Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Z James, and this is Z32 Workshop. Continuation on a stealth project. Sorry, guys, the Nissan. It's coming, I swear, on projects for the Nissan. I just need to get this taken care of. It's taking up so much of my life right now. That being said, I decided to get rid of the lifter tick that you can hear in the previous videos here. We're gonna let this run, but I'm fairly sure it's that dust cover. Nope. Man, those lifters are loud. And it's pretty bad. And there's other issues going on, so I need to quiet everything down. So I spent some money. I could have probably bought stuff from Rock Auto or anywhere else for the lifters, for what they call the big bore size. There's some debate whether those are good or bad for you. I'm not gonna, or not bad for you, if they're warranted or not, just because the oil changes need to be really redone. But I decided to use 3SX and order their kit, and that came with a whole set of 24 new lifters, which are in this package, and I picked up the tool for the compression, so you can get the springs out, get the rockers out, and get them in. I already have valve covers stuff, so I'm gonna start oil soaking these for about a day or less to get these so they're primed up and ready to drop in for tomorrow, which will be like 3 seconds for you guys. So let me go do that, and I'll see you in the next video. Next day, guys, and I have oil soaked my lifters. These are been sitting all night. Put them just in an oil bath. That way they get primed up, gets all the air out of them. This is the tool from 3SX that you use as the lever to get in there with the notches, which I will be using. Let's get a part number. 3SX 000463. Lifter removal tool. Nothing crazy. So anyway, first steps we're gonna do here, move this around too much on you guys, is I am going to remove my spark plug cover holder, pull the wires off out of the way, and then take the time cover off, then undo all the bolts for the valve cover. Do not forget to take the hose off here and the hose off here to get it so you can get this valve cover up. I will tackle this guy after I do this one. I want to do this one first because this is the easy one, and that one obviously requires to plumb them off. Going to take a smidge. That will require to take all the timing covers off to get to them to be able to get access to all the bolts. As you can see, there's only 2 here for the valve or the timing cover on this side. You got 8 bolts for the cover on the spark plugs, and then there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think there's 7, 8. I want to say there's like 3 or 4 underneath here still to get the valve cover off. I also do have new gaskets for this, and at the time I might try cleaning this thing up a little bit. I may not. I just want to get this thing up and running and not being a noisy thing before I do pretty things like I did here with this, just because I was like, oh, I can spend a little bit of time. So anyway, let's get going on this. It'll be time warp. 3, 2, 1, time warp. Woo, woo.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, put your hand to the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light, ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? 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 They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah, but I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these shit I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as...
Boom, off time warp, everybody. Valve cover off. It was kind of fine. Boy, I don't like that lift, that cam lobe. I don't know if you guys can see that. Look at that wear. Oh, that rocker, shit. Ah, that is wearing down as well. These cams are not in great shape. That doesn't look bad. These are woefully, let's see if you guys can see that halfway decently. Get a better light, that's just sort of ambient. I'm gonna rock these around, but I don't like that lifter. I don't like that lobe. I don't like that lifter. Or the rocker arm, I should say. Oh, that is wholeheartedly a problem. Look at that. That's, oh crap. The cams are bad. I think cams are bad. So here's the deal. After some inspection here, looks like I'm not a fan of this lobe or that lobe on the intake cam. And I am not necessarily a huge fan of this lobe or that lobe on the exhaust cam on this side. Which means I am probably back to doing a, pardon my language, pulling these cams out. Crap. I'm going to pull the lifters out and see what things look like. And rotate the motor over with it to see what's going on. To see if I can get this stuff taken a look at. If I got to pull the spark plugs to make life easier on a compression, I will. But this is just proving the point why I need to do stuff. I really don't like that lobe. That really bugs me. So I'm going to rotate this stuff around and then pop the lifters on out and see what's going on. And really inspect this thing. So here we go. I'm going to do this kind of off camera because I need to really take a look and visualize here. I'm not a fan of that. That is horrible. The valve cover off. Hey, let's inspect the cams. Everything looks good except for that guy. Oh, this is horrible. I'm going to have to replace cams, most likely. Almost 100%. I'm going to pull this lifter out and this rocker arm and see what's going on with it, though. Side note, valve cover. Anyone wants to get a pry them off that was really well. I put, using this port right here as a lift point, I put a pry bar in there and hit it with a dead blow a bunch of times, worked it. Finally got a little bit here to get a screwdriver in. And once I was able to do that, I was finally getting enough room on it. That being said, oil leak right there and possibly on the other side down here. You can really see it in the seal right there up against the lobe. That was a problem. So, yeah, other than that, there wasn't too much RTV. I was just really baked in there. Man, I don't like that lobe. I'm really going to dread over this thing. So, yeah, let me do some inspections before I put stuff back. I'm going to pull that rocker out and see what's going on with it first. So, let me fast forward you guys to time lapse of me pulling the rocker out and putting the new lifter in. Sorry, brain fart. So, here we go. Alright guys, this is continuation of the same video. I have made a decision what we're gonna do. I got the cover kind of just back on loosely. I'm gonna pop this the other cover off, see what the intake's gonna look like. I need to replace this cam and rocker, so I'm gonna be back into doing this. I will not record this for you guys. I will just go do it. Maybe the removal process of this, but like timing stuff again, you could just look it up. So what this is gonna be right now is a time warp of me disconnecting all this so we can get into get this intake point off so we can take the valve cover off. That's going to be this point. You need to take this off. I think there's 7 bolts here. Do not forget the 2 that hold the brackets to support it in the back. Mine is a Federal car, so I should be able just to remove the connectors and everything and just take it off with the throttle body connected. A lot of guys take the throttle body off and leave it where it's at because those are EGRs or twin turbo cars have that stuff. I don't need to do that. I'm going to leave it that way. That's the ideal goal here. So time warp, here we go. 3, 2, 1, time warp. Boom, off time warp, everybody. Sorry, GoPro basically died. Hopefully he showed me this. I got the plenum off. Yeah, so this is wonderful. My gasket doesn't seem that bad. So yeah, here's all the nuts and bolts. That's the front valve cover. These are, you saw me take them off in order. Throttle bodies, these are the brackets on behind. These 2 were brackets. This is the intake. All these are different except for this guy. Or these guys look like they're factory. This looks factory. This does not. Special note too, make sure you remember your fuel pressure dampener line and the throttle bottle cable. And then I loosened up the throttle body backside there so I can get access to that. And then next is just take the timing cover off and then get the spark plug wires out of the way to get access to the everything else. So, progress. Boom, off time warp, guys. So yeah, rear valve cover got some issues. I don't say issues, getting off. And I'm happy I did this inspection. Let me take the cover back off. This has been a day or two. I've had stuff going around the house here lately. Cover up. I'm gonna light. Hopefully you guys can see this. The issue is, just like the previous cam, this exhaust side has got issues. You can see that edging right there. Hopefully it's showing well in the camera. Oh, hang on, I'm looking right down too far. There we go. I'm trying to get glare on you guys. See that lobe? See that lobe? This lobe's not that great either, and nor is this guy. Or sorry, that guy. So the intake cam looks well. So let me get this pointed down so you guys are at me and not this stuff. So I was just gonna do lifters. I can't now. I mean, I will, but here's the deal. I'm gonna end up having to, which I've already done. I got a set of used cams coming, couple $100 off Facebook with rockers, because you should replace the rockers as well. I could get these reground. That's $800. I could try polishing on myself, but they may not ride well and everything else. Now, the cause of this issue with the lobes between the intake cam on the front of the motor and the exhaust cam on the rear of the motor is, I am fairly certain, and the guys on the internet have kind of agreed with me, that pitting that's going on, that's indicative of a cam or a motor that's sat a while and somehow moisture got up in there, was a problem. And this, I know this motor's been swapped in here, so this came from a 3000 GT at some point. So I'm not gonna blame the previous owner on this. This isn't, I wish they would have, when they put the motor in, done maintenance on it before you stick it in. Like, if you've got a used motor and it's out, you should invest the money to do all the gaskets, seals, oil pan, rear main seal, front main seal, inspect everything, because they may have caught this ahead of time or found a way of cleaning it up before it maybe damaged anything. And I don't think I've damaged anything completely yet, but they were definitely on their way to. So that being said, this is going to be the end of this video. I guess it's more about just how to take the intakes off, the valve cover, and get the valve covers off to inspect stuff. I did pull out one lifter. That was just to take a look at stuff, and that was because of the rocker. So now, the next video you'll see this, I'll be putting things back per se, but I won't show you how to get the front of the motor off, because I need to take that again. Because I gotta now take the timing belt off and redo all the timing. Pull it off so I can get new cams back, or pull the timing belt off, remove the cam, or remove all the rockers, pull out all the lifters, replace the cam, put a new one in, put all the lifters back in, and then redo the timing. So yeah, oh yeah, and don't forget seals on both of the cams. So they'll get rear seal and front seal. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing a lot of work. Once again, I kind of wish I've had friends somebody just rebuild it. I think I can do it without fine, and if I gotta rebuild it, I have a whole nother parts car I can pull this motor out and rebuild. That being said, I still want to see if I can get this up and running in a decent amount of time and do it. So fingers crossed, hopefully good. I'll see you guys in the next video. I know it's not like I'm defeated. I'm not. I'm happy I found these issues, and I'm happy I found them before they did any real damage, as far as I'm concerned. This has really been a learning experience for me on this motor. So anyway, if you guys have any questions or comments, please hit me below. I'm fairly responsive, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.